Welcome to this demo session of Agentic AI. I will be your mentor, but I will give you a formal introduction later on. But the agenda for today that will start with an introduction. Then I will give you a brief overview what Agentic AI is all about and what you're going to learn basically under a term Agentic AI. We will also go through a very high level what are the major modules which we are going to cover in this course and how much is the course is all about, and then we'll have it duration and stuff, prerequisites, what is expected, what certificates you can clear after the course, what is augmentation, like enhancement, automation, efficiency, turnaround time, business. Okay, so the major definition and why we augment is basically we know cost per transaction. If I say something like this, cost per transaction for my company, I want to reduce, okay, and revenue per employee, we want to increase. This is a very generic process what augmentation will do, right? And who will do that? Will it be humans or the employees rather, right? If it was entirely employee, obviously employee plays a critical role. It's not like employees will not. But existing employee, if it was doing these two things in generic, then we would have not spoken about augmentation, right? So there is something which you see that there is a chance of improvement, which will actually reduce this one and increase this one. And that's why you are thinking of augmentation. Okay. Yes, employee will play a critical role, but that's why the term with the field of agentic AI, it is something efficiency will come. That's what you are trying to augment. That efficiency part which will help us to enhance these two things which we are talking about. Now, so there's something called agents which will do our job, right? And that's why we are learning agentic AI. So, intelligent agents, basically, I call the term intelligent agents. So, any idea what is this term agents? Sure, you have heard of models, GPT models, then you have Gemini models. Now, to you're seeing of Mythos, Fable, all these anthropic models. We have models. What is an agent? Generic answer. I mean, I don't want any custom.
We don't have, yeah, agent means like dealing the thing of communicating like our thing like from one person to another person.
Someone can do work for you. Can a GPT model, so GPT 5.5, this is a model, right? So generically, we will say large language models, LLMs.
Mhm.
Is LLM a agent because it can think, it can communicate, it can pass on message. Can I say this is an agent?
Pretty much generic.
So I can say, rather, I can say it is a brain, like human brain, right? Model is like a human brain. So it has the capacity to, obviously we know what it does. So it can take text. As of now, we can sequence to sequence. Multimodal, we are not going. It can take text and give out text. So does a model becomes an agent? So it is just the brain which has the knowledge. It has capabilities. So it has what I can say thinking capability, right? It can think. Rather, I will say reasoning capabilities also have. Or if I take another beautiful word, let me clean my board. It's become a little clumsy. So LLMs, they have cognitive capability, right? It can do thinking. It can predict the next word. That's what LLMs are, right? So it can do thinking. It can do predict the next word. Okay. But can it perform specific task? For example, if I ask my LLM, can you book me a ticket for a movie? Can it perform that? Until unless it has access to something. Just imagine, simply a model you have taken. You have downloaded, say, an older model, say GPT-3 model in your laptop. and you're just asking the model and you have created an application where you can interact, chat, whatever it is. Does this model has that capacity? What it has? It is not, it has parameterized knowledge it has, right? That means it has some knowledge, just like our brain. We are reading something, we are gaining knowledge, we have that. But if I want to book a ticket of a movie, my brain, I thought of that, so my thinking is done. My brain tells me, okay, if you want to book a ticket of a movie, you have to go to a website, do the booking there, right? So what I'm doing there, so I am taking the help of some tools, right? Similarly, an agent is nothing but model which will do the thinking part, the cognitive part, and then it should be binded to some external tools. It can bind to multiple tools, say tool 1, tool 2, tool 3, tool 4. When it is bounded with these tools, and these tools has the capacity to give you that, to do that, perform specific task, right? So basically, I'm empowering my model with some power. What is that power? Power of attaching the model has access to these specific tools. And when this model send input to these tools and asking, hey, can you give me this information? The tool's job is to return that information to the model. And obviously, after that, it gives me the response. So, agent is nothing but a LLM binded to multiple tools. It's as simple as that. So, when you have domain specific agent, that agent, that means we have the common brain, that is a LLM model, which is being attached to that specific tools, which has the expertise to work on that particular domain. It can be, say, medical domain, fintech domain, okay, some other tool which is accessing something else. It can have. So that is what agents are. Can I have single agent, multiple agent in my organization? Yes, we can. Say I have an agent whose job is for contract creation for my sales team, right? Contract creation. This is an agent. Now, this agent one is, there is another agent whose job is for legal team who will review the contracts. Now, this agent one and agent two, can they interact with each other? Yes, they can. How they interact? I'm sure you have heard this term called MCP protocols, right? And we will read that in our studies. I mean, in our module we have. So agents are there to augment, enhance, efficiency increase. They are nothing but model binded to multiple tools. And in an agent, internal, multiple agents across department. I have a legal agent, I have a sales agent, I have an HR agent who will create my, say, for example, offer letters, right? Talent acquisition team. Okay. Policy reviews. They can talk to each other. Okay. Exchange, and that entire workflow can be created, which will enhance or augment that manual process currently which is in. So suppose, say, just take this use case, contract creation, right? It takes a lot of time, right? You know, when the sales team comes up with a new client, then you do a background check of the client, navigate through websites, check that they have any, political connections, these, that, frauds. All these are manual. Now an agent can do that job for me, enhancing faster processing. Then another agent take that input from that information and create a contract. Then the third agent can review that contract before it is ready for human to just go through that contract and release it, right? Simple use case which involve legal team, sales team, your KY, CCD team, or verification team, KYC team, you can say. So multiple people, multiple department, it is evolving with a three agents working with each other, augmenting the process. So that's what we need to learn. Okay. So what we are learning? Are we learning building the models? No. Models are something which is provided by the service providers, obviously through the API connection and building a subscription. We will call their services. What we are focused on is building agentic AI applications. Rather, these applications which will, I will say, workflows. Agentic AI application based workflows, which solves our business problems or business. Let's say problem is a harsh word, but our business workflows, which will be augmented with the help of agents, and our focus area is on this. For building application, we need some framework which will help us to build this agentic AI application. One, we need framework as a coding perspective framework and also a programming language, right? Otherwise, you cannot build that. So here we will focus on something called Python. Two major framework we'll focus. One is LangChain, and the most important one will focus on LangGraph. Okay? Using these two things, the framework and Python as a programming language, we are going to learn how to create agentic AI applications, which, or rather, no, application building multi workflows, which will help us to augment or increase the efficiencies of that. Okay. So, very high level, what is agent? How this does, we will, anyway, when we are doing the course, you will understand how agents are called. There is something called tool calling, tool binding, response generation. So there's no nitty-gritty technical terms which is there to practically we will build those, we will code those, we will understand those. Everything will be practical. So there will be no PowerPoint in this course. Everything will be conceptually we will understand, and then entire thing will be practical. Okay. So you have to code by yourself. I will obviously not by from scratch. I will give you the code. I'll make you understand, but it will be live. You will be sharing the screen, doing it live in that 1 hour session of that particular session when we have, and you will be, doing it on your laptop so that you have that confidence in building an application through coding. Okay. That's why, so let's quickly go in the curriculum. Very high level detail you can check with Visualpath website per module wise. Uh, we'll be covering Python, obviously, because Python will be the major coding language. We will use only Python. So we'll brush up our Python knowledge. For people who are totally new, you can learn this with this Python. Uh, we will also little bit of architectures. We will understand, especially transformers, okay, which is important for interview perspective. People who are looking to change job, understand the role of the agentic AI engineers, AI architect. You should know at the background how these model works, right? So what is the building block of this? A transformer. What is transformer? How it works? That's a very much important module which generally 60% of your first round interviews has that. So we will cover that architecture model, and then we will jump into prompt engineering, because as you all know, prompt engineering is a key skill set, whether it is Gen AI or agentic AI application. So we will learn about prompt engineering then. Once we do that prompt engineering, then what we will do, we will go back, and then we will try to learn about the frameworks. As I said, LangChain, it's a big module. Okay, in LangChain we have different components in that, like tool binding. You have tool calling. Okay, all these different components which is there. We have different workflows like branching, parallelism, sequential. So all this thing we will learn. We will create application. When I say learn, it's not just theoretical. You will create practical, practical applications. You will create when you are handling this, understanding these concepts. Okay. Then you will move into the land graph, and this is the most focused one. Okay, we'll give a lot of emphasis on land graph because especially agentic AI applications or workflows rather, they are complex in nature, right? You have lots of loops, jumps, you know, you have, in a workflow, generally you have loops, right? You have jumps in the workflows, if else conditions will be there, right? So all these which are present in a workflow of using agentic AI workflows. So that's why LangGraph supports that. Okay, better compared to LangChain. So that's why this is a production grade framework, which will again similar thing. We will learn practically on this. You'll also understand something called guardrailing. So guardrails is important concept which will, it's not just building an application. There are certain rules and regulation we have to put into our workflows. What are the different types of guardrail? There is something called content guardrail, structure guardrail, semantic guardrail. So these, what are these? Practically, we will understand, and theoretically also we will see how we can build these guardrails. Then we will move into the projects. So we will have 5 projects emphasizing on this agentic AI. Different domain projects we will do. One will be fintech domain, one will be your legal domain, one will be your sales domain, and I think 2 fintech domain, legal 2 and 1 sales domain. 5 projects. And then comes your the major one, which is called model context protocol. Now, this is the modernization or the latest thing which has happened in the field of agentic AI, how agents can communicate more comprehensive way, secured way, lesser computational way. So, what is model context protocol? It is basically there is a concept of server and client which interact with each other. So, we will. This is also a big model. Okay, this is a like marquee model. This and this one. These are the 2 modules where you will understand the architecture, the life cycle, and then practically we will build remote servers, then local servers, and then clients we will build in. We will use here Plot Desktop use as a client, and also we will build our own client. When I say client, like a front end URL. Okay. So MCP is the one where organization are looking at, as I said, agent to agent communication becomes easier when you have MCP protocol enabled. So those things we will understand there and we'll try to do this. So I have given a very high level and again, all these things we will do. So total duration of the course will be 45 hours. In weekdays, it will be 1 hour per day. So 5 hours a week, Monday to Friday, and overall total it will be 45 hours total entire. We'll try to finish. Prerequisite, nothing. If you have a Python knowledge, it will be great. If you don't have, doesn't matter. That's why we are covering Python again. So only thing you have to join from your personal laptop. Anaconda, few packages will be installing and we'll be doing live coding and all. So please join from your personal laptop. Don't feel shy to share your screen because no, you have to share your screen. Then only you will be able to doing live at your system. So I will be guiding it, explaining it, and then we'll create that application jointly. So nothing prerequisite, but yes, what you are going to understand, and this after this course you will then eligible to give the certification of Anthropic Agentic AI certification. Okay, IBM, there is a similar Agentic AI certification is there. And actually Anthropic has two, 101, and then there is called Agentic AI. Okay, these certifications you will be eligible. You don't have to read anything else once you are done, just to boost up your resume if you want to. Okay, that is all about the curriculum.